Welcome. Well, I'm back in No Man's Sky to give my thoughts on the game. Well, I'm going to first check out the customization station. I need to get some green in the outfit here. In case anyone is wondering, no, I am not intending to switch my focus to No Man's Sky. I want my channel to be a little more broad anyway. I just realized after the first video I didn't really give any thoughts on the game, whether I liked it or not. If you saw my last video on No Man's Sky, you know I only recently started playing. That video was literally my first time playing, and that was a live reaction. This is not live. I'm recording the audio after the video. I don't really like live stuff much, and that comes from my experience in television and the understanding that live is more about ratings than anything meaningful. If it isn't obvious, I started a new game after the last video. I wanted to change my username. The name you have in game is tied to the platform you got the game for. I bought the game through GOG, or Good Old Games. I've had an account with them for over 10 years, and my old username was one I didn't want to use anymore. And even though I changed it with GOG, the file made before was locked in with the old name. So I started again. I didn't get much further than you saw in the video on the first file. But as you can see, on this one I made it to my local space station. As for how I feel about the game, I think it may be one of the greatest games ever conceived. From the beginning, it seems like pure exploration, but as you get deeper into it, there's a lot more to it, and I know I've barely scratched the surface. Early on, it is very solo-oriented. I think if you like Minecraft and other atmospheric solo games like Myst, you would like it. But the game is huge and encompasses an entire universe with hundreds of galaxies, each with billions of star systems to discover and explore. There's crafting and base building, there's alien races with alien languages, so you need to learn how to communicate with them. I was intrigued by this game since it was announced back in 2013, but when it was released, I didn't have a computer that could possibly run it. So when I heard it wasn't doing very well, I pretty much forgot about it until I got the new PC. Then I found that the story of this game was similar to Final Fantasy XIV in that it was in sad shape on release, but it gradually made a comeback thanks to a determined developer. Many of the game aspects that were standard in RPGs that I used to play that are now being abandoned in RPGs, especially in MMOs, are ending up in these open world sandbox games. There's a lot of personal progression in here. A lot to work on. You have weather systems and elemental damage. I know there is space battle and land vehicles. I just haven't gotten to that yet. From comments I read, it seems the 4 main modes are like 4 separate universes or permutations of the same universe, of 4 difficulty levels. So creative is like 0 difficulty. It's just building and exploring. Normal is like an easy mode. Survival is the hard mode. And permadeath is hardcore, with your progress being deleted on death. I've only done normal so far, and I have not died, so I don't know how hard it really gets, so maybe I'll try those out after I get a little further. People compare this to Minecraft, and I can see the similarities. They're both procedurally generated, both have creative and survival aspects. Obviously a very different aesthetic. Minecraft is more fantasy and horror themed, while No Man's Sky is obviously science fiction. And you can travel to different planets. It seems everything they add to No Man's Sky is there to build the universe and add to that sci-fi setting, where it seems Minecraft has had a lot of features that exist purely to aid creativity and go beyond the predefined setting. The nice thing about procedural games is that it is somewhat static while still having some of the nice features of being random. Like a specific seed in a procedural system will produce the exact same thing every time, assuming the engine is the same. So if you discover something, you can then show it to someone else. But it's so vast and complicated, it's still unpredictable on a human level. Even the creator of the game couldn't know exactly what will be at any particular point without actually examining the output, going in the game and seeing what it actually does. So I found this weird planet the other day, and I'm going to be going back to it here. Okay, that's the other planet. Okay, that's my home planet. Where is it? Oh, I got stuck back into the space station. I'm gonna have to take off again. When you leave a space station and you're going to be looking around for a place to go when you come out, make sure you pull a little bit away, because if you are in the blue light beam, you just get sucked right back in. Alright, that's one I haven't been to. It's another unknown. There we go. It's a Petrified Planet. Okay, I can't use pulse engines because I'm too close to the space station. But I still haven't left my system that I started in, at least the one on this save. I haven't gone on to any other systems yet. I've been on about 4 or 5 planets just in this system alone. So I thought this was weird. I thought it was interesting. It didn't match anything I'd seen before. Didn't match anything I'd seen in promos. It's probably nothing new to anyone who's been playing the game. But for me, it was so vastly different from everything else I had seen. So it just was weird. As you can see by my quest on the lower right, I'm working on installing the hyperdrive in this video. I've done that by now, but I haven't used it. I still have to make some antimatter or something, I think. I guess once you have hyperdrive, you can go to different systems. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, coming in for a landing soon. And you can see that this planet is covered in these 12 pointed thingies. Most of these are minerals. But some of them are actually animals, and they'll like wander around, just kind of roll around. But I showed this to Electra Ninja, and we both agree that this looks like it was an ocean planet or something that dried up or something. At least that's what it looks like. I don't know if there's any sort of lore behind it or anything like that, but that's what it looks like. Look like fossils from pieces of coral or something. And here I am naming the planet. I decided to call it Tinker Toy. I haven't seen any plant life on here yet, so. And as I said, I purchased the game through GOG, which I have been a member of for more than a decade. No, I'm not being paid to say this. That's a complaint, not a disclaimer. See, you can see some of them crawling around over there. I guess I didn't get much footage of them actually crawling around. But yeah, those are animals, where most of these are minerals. But I just wanted to say that I prefer not dealing with all the crap with Steam. It doesn't seem to make much difference with this game, but it's nice not having to load up and wait to update a launcher app just to play a solo offline game, which, you know, obviously this isn't a solo offline game, but, well, it's kind of solo until you start really getting into the multiplayer stuff. But, you know, your old classic games, you know, you shouldn't have to go into a launcher, and with GOG you don't have to. But I was on Twitter and I, you know, mentioned that, you know, you can buy this game through GOG if you want, and somebody said, well, GOG doesn't support something called Twitch drops. I had no idea what that is. I really don't care, but if that's something that's important to you, whatever a Twitch drop is, then, well, you're probably better off with Steam, I guess, or something. I don't know. Let's see what I do here. Oh, there was There's copper deposit somewhere. There was like one thing here that's it's a base item. I think it's mostly just for decoration, but you just kind of you go through so much carbon. I can never have enough carbon. Just keep getting carbon. Still don't know what everything is for, so I kind of end up keeping everything. I know like certain things, if it says analyze, usually you just want to do that. Just analyze it, because that then makes it into a base material, and you just and it'll take up less space, like a geode or something. I think that was at ferrite or something. I'm actually improvising right now, so because I'm not sure where I did the... I'm just gathering ferrite. And the hydrogen, ferrite, carbon, those are things that you'll just constantly use in this, so it's never a bad idea to get a bunch. Okay, I'm going back to... Oh, see, there's that thing. You can kind of see it in the distance, this white thing on the left. Try and find it. I can't scan it. If you don't know, shift is run. Figured that out later. I guess I was doing that in the other video. See, this one's brighter than everything. And this is that item I found. And I think there's a bunch of them on this planet. Ossified star, and you just grab it. You don't even shoot it, I guess. You just kind of grab it, pick it up, and you now have it. I don't know why I put it in cargo. I don't think I even knew what cargo was when I made this video. I guess in older versions of the game, cargo was it could hold a higher stack size. But I think in normal mode, it doesn't matter really. So it's basically just extra storage. But it's still, I think they made it so that your normal inventory uses the same stack size in normal mode. Like in survival, I think they reduce the stack size, so you actually have to manage your inventory. I read that somewhere, or maybe it was in a video. Alright, so I'm going to take off and I'm going to head back to my home planet. Well, the planet I have my base on. I'm I'm going to go to, instead of going to my base though, I'm going to go to a minor settlement that I guess I found. I found like a waypoint or some sort of signal beacon or something that told me that there was this minor settlement like on the other side of the planet. And when you're in the atmosphere, it's like hours to get from one side of the planet to the other. But since I'm out in space, I've already left my planet, I can much more easily go back and check out that minor settlement. Oh, and if you want silver or gold, what is it, trinium, whatever it's called, that's something for your ship. You can just blast asteroids. You can analyze gold nuggets and it becomes gold. Gold is going to be necessary if you want any solar panels. So this is, so you don't only gather materials on the planets, you can also gather them in space by shooting asteroids. So, yeah, if you're wondering, yes, I do recommend this game. It's not for everyone, but it's a very interesting game. It's available on Steam or GOG for Windows, as well as PlayStation and Xbox consoles. And supposedly it's coming out for Switch this year. I guess it also supports VR if you're into that sort of thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.